Hey guys, Joe here. This video is super important today. This is how I actually made 15K in 2 days, in the last 2 days. This is super important because I've had to take months to learn the strategies in this video, so I'd really recommend to stay to the end of the video today. I'm going to be going over my exact outreach methods to book sales calls, my mandatory pre-call video that's unbelievably important to sell them on my program, and my reminder workflows I send to prospects to get them showing over 80% of the time. That's a really, really good number in SMA. So stay at the end of the video, you will not regret it. Let's get straight into things. This is my exact cold calling script. This is how I book appointments in my niche. I'm in the real estate niche, and I'm giving it away for free. This is how my callers book 4 to 5 appointments a day, just calling for about 2 hours, and that's an insane ROI. So let's get straight into it here. So it starts off with, hey, am I speaking with the name of the realtor? Obviously. And they're going to say, yes, who are you? So awesome. It's your name from the company name, your agency name. Honestly, you've never spoken before, but can I quickly explain why I'm calling? So this is big. This is really, really big. This is not salesy at all. So when you're calling them, they usually have an idea when they're salespeople and then when they are not salespeople. So you get no sales suspicions from just listening to this line. You'll find that about 95% of the time they will say yes to quickly explain what I'm calling because they have no idea what it's about. Next is for sure, we work with the niche, obviously, in their location to get them whatever your offer is on a complete low-risk pay and results basis. This is actually leveraging Alex Ramossi's value equation. This is very, very important. And then you say, can I quickly explain how we do that in about 20 seconds of your time? So this is a very, very big part of this line because giving them an exact number is really important. So if you're saying 5 minutes or you're saying 3 minutes, 10 minutes, they don't have the time for that. They have lives. They're taking a phone call in the middle, let's say driving or work or something like that. So if you say 20 seconds, it's very exact, and they have less resistance to saying no to it. If you get to this point, you're doing a good job. You have the right tonality, you have the right line, you have the right all those things. So next, you just give a straight high-level overview of your system. So how does your system work? What's your pitch? What's your 30 seconds? You can say elevator pitch to the prospect. So just explain how your system works, how you qualify leads, how you get them in, how you get the prospect to make money, and all of those things. And then you say, does that make sense? So very open-ended. They'll always probably say yes. If your offer is good and your line is straightforward, they always say yes. Then you say, I was wondering if you'd be available over the next few days to hop on a quick 15-minute Zoom call. I'd be happy to go over some client results and how the system can generate tons of new revenue for you. There you're appealing to their interests. This is very important. And then you say, would you be open to that? It's very open-ended, and it actually has less sales resistance saying, would you be open to it? They might say no for a specific reason. You can always ask why they're saying no, or if they're in the middle, you can just handle objections from there. And this is a really good script. Like I said, 4 to 5 appointments every hour or two, honestly, like in my niche. So it's this really, really high ROI. It's a great script. And full credit to my mentor, Eric. I'll put his link in the description for his YouTube channel. Next is my inbound advertising. My Facebook ads right now are doing extremely well. They're doing $6 a lead per appointment. This is per appointment. $6.70, $5.91. That's absolutely insane. We had ad set doing $18, but I've just turned this off and actually invested all the rest of the money into these 2 ad sets. So it's going extremely well. I'm booking 6 to 8 appointments a day just from paid ads and getting $6 to $5 a lead. It's pretty insane. So these are all qualified sales calls. The key to Facebook ads, guys, is just being super straightforward. You wouldn't believe how straightforward my Facebook ad is. It's a picture on a screen with a call to action with my offer. That's all it is. That's absolutely all it is. So you actually don't have to overcomplicate these things sometimes. Just make it a pattern disrupt where they're scrolling in their feed and it's interesting, your photo's interesting, and the call to action is something they want. And they'll click on it and book an appointment. Next, this is probably the most important part of the video, guys. Probably the most important part. So I have a pre-call video in my agency. I'm going to explain what this is. So a pre-call video, when they book a sales call, there's an automation that goes off to their email. Which is, hey prospect, I'll actually have the exact script right here. And it sends them about 10 to 15 minute video. My first one was 10 minutes. This one I have right now is 15 minutes to get them to watch before. So a pre-call video is so important, guys. I cannot stress how important this is. So when the first touch point with the prospect is on a sales call, they often don't trust you or your company, and they have a lot of sales resistance. So imagine this, guys. You get called by a random agency with a pitch. You book a call. Next day you show up and they pitch you for $5,000. Like, if you have a good sales process, maybe it works. Like, sure, it works. But a lot of people have a problem getting called by a random stranger. And even if, like, a different country, if they're, like, someone across the world and they're interested in getting sold $5K, like, it's a lot of resistance there. So when the first touch points in the sales calls, they don't trust you. A lot of the time, I had that problem. So when you have a actual pre-call video in place, they know you already. A 10 to 15 minute video, they know your company, they know the background of the company, all of these things. So the reasons also is you can pre-handle objections up front before they even get on the sales call. So an example of this, I was getting a objection all the time where they didn't want to pay up front and they only wanted to pay on commission. So what I did is actually mention that there is an upfront fee in the actual pre-call. So you might get 1 in 10 realtors getting pissed and canceling their call because there's an upfront fee, but then the objection is handled. Like, they already know there's an upfront fee getting on the call, so they're anticipating it. So most of them are pre-sold in the program because they watch the background of the company, they know the background of the company, they know who you are, and they already know you and trust you. And I'm going to give a quick disclaimer here. When you are the person doing sales, when you are taking the sales calls and you record the pre-call video, they already know you. They're already comfortable with you. Like, this guy's the voice. This guy's selling me. I've already heard him. I already trust him. It's like you're watching this video right now on YouTube. You know me. You might have watched my old videos, and you might subscribe to watch more videos if you like it. You know me. Like, I am the brand. Like, you know me, and you want to keep watching because you like the content, right? So when a prospect sees you already and they're talking to you on a sales call, they're familiar with you, and they trust you a lot more. So this is very important as well. This is my pre-call email. So this is an automation that goes off immediately when they book their sales call. So it goes, hey, prospect name from agency here, stoked to confirm your spot for whatever your name of the calendar is, whatever your program is. I just sent you one last email with the calendar invite. This middle part is very important. So this is a real estate example. So what you say is, but before we dive in, please hit play on a quick must-watch video at the link. You can obviously word this a bit differently. It's just how I word it. It's your ticket to claiming 3 to 5 listings regardless of market conditions during our meeting, and no kidding. So this is important. So notice how I said regardless of market conditions. Guess what I'm doing there? I'm pre-handling an objection. So what I was getting all the time on the sales call in December or November, something like that, they're all not wanting to start because the market was bad. And this is out of my control, right? Like, the market's bad, they don't want to start a new program, they don't want to get new listings because they think they won't get results because the market's bad. What I did is pre-handled it every time. You go, regardless of market conditions. So the realtor's like, hey, I'm doing really bad because the market's bad right now. Like, this guy's saying, regardless of market conditions, I will get my result. So they are so intrigued, pre-handling this already, and they're jumping on the call. So I also don't have to deal with the objection on the sales call saying, I don't invest right now, I want to wait until January because blah, blah, blah. So I completely eliminated that objection. Another very important line. This is all intentional, guys. Why the rush? We're all about exclusivity. One realtor, one area, and you say others on your turf are lining up this week. Don't let them snag your spot. So commit to success. See you in the meeting. So this part is really, really important. Others on your turf are lining up this week. I told them there's one realtor per area. So this is how you prevent no-shows, guys. If you actually have an area exclusivity policy, so don't lie. I actually do. So I won't work with 2 realtors in one area. So when you say others on your turf are lining up this week for your spot, they want to join the sales call. They want to get on the sales call because they are so competitive. These people are so competitive. They're all competing for business. So if a realtor goes to another realtor and they sign up, but the other one doesn't, they're at a disadvantage because they didn't get the program. They didn't get their spot. So they're actually going to show up to the sales call because they don't want to compete for these leads. They want the listings in their area. So this is the reason I do this. So they're more inclined to show up to the meeting and they don't no-show me. So this is a great email that has worked very well for the last few months. So on that point, I put a lot of power in here so you guys can tailor your outreach and your emails and just your positioning in the market off this. So this is Law 13 in the 48 Laws of Power. Appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy. What this means is, like, if you need help from a person in power, your prospects in power here, they're making the decision. Don't talk about your needs or something you did for them in the past. Instead, appeal to people's self-interest and never to their mercy. So what are we doing here, guys? We're appealing to their self-interest. And this is really important. When you've been in your niche for a few months, or you understand your niche deeply, when you've talked to realtors all the time, or gyms all the time, or med spas all the time, you understand what they say all the time. You understand their pain points and what they're running to all the time. So what you do is tailor your outreach and your emails and your sales call and all these things to their needs. Because when their needs are met, they feel like a program built for them. They feel like everything is solved because it's like all my pains have been alleviated by this one program. Boom. But you're appealing to their self-interest because they want these things. You need to stop being selfish for a second, guys. You need to step out of yourself and go, what does this person want? and look at their desires, look at their needs in their niche, and try to solve it. Last few things, guys. So this is the exact structure of my pre-call I use, and this is really valuable, guys. I could charge you $1,000 for this document today. This is like so high ROI for you. So when you're recording your pre-call, you need to introduce who this program is for and who it isn't for. So the realtor has clarity. If they're a different type of realtor, they don't show up, they cancel their call. If they're in a different niche somehow, they got booked in, they cancel their call. It just pre-handles that, so they're filtered out. It also feels like they're getting tailored to, like this is for them. This program is only for them. And also you need to introduce yourself, your company, and what you do. So this is familiarity. So they know you already, they know your company, they know the background of your company and exactly what your company solves. So on that point, explain what your company solves and what they don't have to do anymore. So appeal to their self-interest, explain away super annoying things in your niche that they hate doing and say you'll solve it for them. Whatever your offer is, explain why it's so annoying, get their emotions involved, help them understand why it's so annoying, and appeal to them. So also, next, give all of your testimonials if you have them to build the trust. So it's another trust building thing. If they hop on sales calls, they won't trust you without seeing testimonials or a background on the company. So give your testimonials away. Another substitute I have for you here, if you don't have testimonials, you're starting off, show your whole system in depth. So show all of your automations, show all of the things you do to solve the problem, show your CRM, show your ads, all of these things just to build the trust, guys. Like if you don't show exactly how you solve their problem, they'll be really concerned and ask about it on the sales call. This is also more pre-handling, so you don't have to deal with these things on the sales call. Next, give a high-level overview of your program. Super brief, but lots of prospects only care about the outcome. So I don't know if you've heard about the saying that they only care about the end and not the means. This is so true. They don't care about how you get them a result. They just want the result. Like that's all they care about. So by doing this, though, it actually solves the problem of you answering all their questions about the program on the sales call. So more pre-handling. And this is also very important. At the end of the video, state your guarantee, but don't give them the price. So you need to sell them on the sales call. You need to help them through the buying process. You need to understand why your product is priced this way. If you just state the guarantee and the price on the pre-call, I bet you will get so many no-shows. You'll get so many no-shows, especially if it's a higher ticket offer. So state the guarantee so their curiosity spikes in their mind, and they're thinking about it all day, and they're thinking about the next few days until you're hopping on a sales call. Help them through the buying process, help them through the selling process, and then give the price at the end of the sales call. So make sure you're qualifying them, all of these things. I'll do another video very soon on selling, but make sure you just state your guarantee. So they're also inclined to show up because you have this great guarantee, I hope, that you'll get the result, or they'll get the result, and literally just show it and just state it, and then they'll show up. In terms of email and SMS reminders, this is also very, very important. So this is my full workflow in terms of reminders, guys. This is super, super big. 24 hours before the event starts, 6 hours before the event starts, 1 hour, and 5 minutes. This is what I do exactly. The only other automation is that pre-call video that's being sent when they book. So this is my full workflow. Copy this as you like, guys. Use your whatever Calendly, whatever your CRM is for appointment booking. Put this in, and it'll prevent no-shows a lot. I actually, last month, before I put this in, was like 50-60% on no-shows, and now it's up to 75-80. So I've implemented all these things, guys. Super important, and it's changed a lot. So guys, if you got to the end of this video, what I'll do for the people that are subscribed, message me on Instagram, and I'll actually send you this full document. So I'll give you my exact pre-call video, and I'm actually going to send you this document. So subscribe to the channel and message me, and I'll send this all to you. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.